An offensive and defensive game plan has been pre-selected based on your each week. You can focus. Once you've made your game plan, choose to start training and head down to the field.
Give me some Ingram. It's the coach. This is the 2020 season on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Mark Ingram, fresh off a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
And it'll be interesting to see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be a deflator, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
To be considered for the MVP award in the NFL, it's got to be a season of not just consistency, but spectacular consistency, and he's had it all the way through.
I think you're right. He's been as consistent, more consistent probably than anybody else as the numbers bear out. And the social media chatter for the MVP races certainly start to ramp up. I know you and I have felt that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Right now, he's in the pole position as we head down the stretch.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Wentz now on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number 1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. On first and 10, here's Wentz.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a map.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Tim Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Wentz. He probably feels like, got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. That time a 6-play drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. That one goes for 24 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 54 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Jackson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That was a case of practice making perfect. Goal line offense had been their focus while prepping for this one.
Almost as if you go back to training camp, isn't it? You strip it bare, you figure out what you need to make something work on it all week long, and get it done. That's got to feel great for them.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it's 3rd down. And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already had 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Ertz has it left side. These two teams all tied after 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Wentz to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson out to his left. He's going to take off with it.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Rolling to his right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for the next drive, the tight end, Zach Ertz. And we roll the highlights. 5 catches. Schematically, what do you do to stop a tight end like him?
You have so many different options, whether you want to play 3 deep zone, 2 deep zone. One of the ones that I think works really well is what they call 2-man. 2 guys deep on the half-field marks, usually the safeties, but you have someone underneath that plays man-to-man against the tight end. Keep him from finding those gaps and those holes where he can sit down, establish himself, and show himself to the quarterback and provide an easy target.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Wentz now on first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing now is Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm going to hit you all day.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 24, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Tony Jefferson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. To throw, it's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. On first down, Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the visiting Browns who were able to steal one on the road. 31-13 was the final. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Trent Taylor, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. 24-7, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Andrews. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jackson throwing again. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Kenny Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now on first down. And that's complete to Sanders. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Wentz will keep it. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz taking it in as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game. Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Ravens Hopkins, touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 74 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wentz now to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. To throw is Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now. So
pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And an important one that is.